Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel as we continue to review this Oxford United season. Bit of a quicker review tonight because I don't have a lot of time, but Oxford United were away to Portsmouth today and there was a lot of fear, a lot of doom and gloom in the camp as far as Oxford United fans were concerned going into this one. A lot of people thinking they were going to take a hammering, some people even hoping that they were, so that Karl Robinson would be on his bike. I think that's crazy talk. But yeah, so it looked like it was going to be a tough fixture, but Oxford have come out with a positive result. It finished Portsmouth 1, Oxford United 1. So a point is a lot better than a lot of people would have expected at the start of this game. But I'm actually a little bit disappointed that Oxford didn't take all 3 points away from Fratton Park. Just one change for Oxford. Matty Taylor's suspension was upheld. No surprise after that red card and stupid appeal that Oxford United did. So Gatlin O'Donkor got the nod up front. Very encouraging to see him. Portsmouth made a few changes themselves. Hackett and Scarlett came back into the side. Dale and Piggott go out. Scarlett and Bishop have been really good up front. Probably a bit surprising Marlon Pack didn't get the nod. But this is a Pompey side that haven't been in great form and themselves have a few injuries to key players too. So I didn't think it was kind of going to be the hammering that some Oxford fans thought was going to happen for the start of the game. I thought it would be quite a tight affair. I thought it'd be difficult. But this is Portsmouth side that have been a lot better than us this season under Danny Cowley, despite the fact they haven't been in the greatest of form. It wasn't a great game. If you're a neutral watching this game, you're going to be pretty bored by it. If you're an Oxford fan or a Portsmouth fan, you're going to be interested because it was quite tight and towards the end it got very, very tense indeed. First half, I thought Oxford were great. Thoroughly deserved their lead. I thought they were their shape was really good, the effort was really good, and the game plan was really good. Oxford didn't piss around with the ball. They just got the ball forward, gave the ball back to Portsmouth, tried to get O'Donkor to hold the ball up wherever he could, but then just tried to put their midfield under pressure and win the ball back. It's 4 in midfield for Portsmouth in their 4-4-2, with the 2 in the middle in terms of Tunnicliffe and Mingy really not played a lot of football this season. Neither has Hackett, and Curtis has been in and out of the side as well. So I thought there was an opportunity to Oxford to kind of dominate this midfield, and they really did limit Pompey to just kind of doing what we've done in some of the early games of the season, passing it around the defence and then just banging the ball forward, and Oxford were quite easily repelling those attacks. And you were just hoping Oxford could hit Pompey with a bit of quality, and we certainly did. Kyle Joseph once again on the score sheet with a brilliant strike. Came a bit out of nothing really. A pinged ball forward by Long. Bit aimless, but looked a good ball because Gatlin O'Donkor made it into a good ball with a superb chest back to Kyle Joseph, who met the ball coming in off the right-hand side with a beautiful half volley, which just arrowed into the top corner of the goal. Nothing Griffiths could do about it in the Pompey goal. Oxford 1-0 up. And as I say, barring a chance from a cross, I think, from Bishop, where I think he really should have done better, and I think there was a Curtis shot right at Eastwood, Oxford were good value for the 1-0 lead, and it was just you felt, can we hold on to this one and get a priceless 3 points? Unfortunately, no, we didn't. Pompey did get that equaliser in the second half. Oxford, I thought, were doing okay, though. The only thing I'm disappointed about from Oxford is we didn't kick on enough when we 1-0 up. We're not good at holding on to 1-0 leads. We weren't good at it last season. Really, we've not been that good at it under Robinson. So to think we were really going to do that in this game was a little bit disappointed. I guess it was inevitable with the way we've been doing that we would go into a what we've got, we hold mode. But as I say, we're not too good at that. And as I've seen that many times last season, I saw it again this season, Oxford lose a bit of composure when they're 1-0 up or 0-0 away from home, trying to hold on to a lead. Players just kick the ball long instead of just trying to keep possession. Really, McGuane and Brannigan were pretty non-existent in the second half, and Bodin was as well, really. And it just allowed Portsmouth to get more and more of a head up of steam. Not that they were doing much with it until Oxford invited more pressure on themselves when Billy Bodin got his second red card of the season. Another red card for Oxford, the second red card in 2 games. This one was a second yellow. Really dumb challenge in the midfield. He came in from behind on the midfielder. Never going to win the ball. Really reckless challenge to make when you're already on a booking, and the referee had no choice. No complaints, really. But again, a squad that is pretty threadbare with the players that are out are going to lose Billy Bodin now probably for 2 games because he's already had 1 red card this season. And it meant Oxford were even more stretched, and when the substitutions came in, I think that made Oxford even more disjointed, and that is when Pompey got their goal. It was a move forward where Dale got the ball on as a substitute. He got the ball on the edge of the box on the Oxford United left, Pompey right. He cut in. I think he got past Finley and was able to cross the ball. The ball got deflected. It may actually have been deflected off Finley, and it found its way to Bishop, who... Look, Oxford fans are going to say it's handball. Pompey fans are going to say it's never handball. But I'm not sure. It's very difficult to see on the replay. It's kind of hit him high up on the shoulder. I think it's one maybe just about here. It's one of those ones where you kind of sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But it went Portsmouth's way. Bishop was able to bundle the ball in, and from then, with all the injury time, it was almost like 20 minutes left. Oxford did a good job of holding Portsmouth at bay there. There were some hairy, scary moments. There were some hairy, scary moments when it was 1-0 and some last-ditch defending and some real heroic defending in there from Oxford United as a team. I think they really stuck at it. They were really committed. Kieran Brown, once again, fantastic. But Finley and Moore, I thought, were really strong in there. Longy did a good job too. So, once again, you cannot fault the effort from Oxford United's players. We do get a point. We get a point that a lot of people weren't expecting at the start of the game. So that's a positive, and it's something to build on. Hopefully we can get another positive result against Bolton. I do worry that the factor like Marcus Brown went off injured, and Cameron Brannigan kind of went off a bit as well. So I'm worried of who's going to be available for this Bolton game at the weekend, but hopefully Oxford can go into it and get a decent result. It's going to be a tricky game against Bolton. They've turned it around again. That's 2 games for them where they've gone losing and turned it around into a win like they've done against Burton. So they're going to be full of spirit and going into this one fully expecting to get 3 points. But maybe this is the time where Oxford United's fortunes change. So where does that leave Oxford United? It doesn't leave us in too much of a better position than what we were in. But as I say, weren't expecting a point today, and you can't really question the effort of the players on today's performance. This isn't a game to really beat Robinson about and say, we should have done this, should have done that. I thought the effort was there, and I thought the game plan was pretty good from him today as well. And the players certainly went in and put in a heck of a shift. Is he the guy that's going to take us forward in the long term? I still have my doubts, but on today's performance, you've got to give him and you've got to give the team credit. I think Pompey will be a little bit concerned. They look a little bit toothless. I don't think the quality of the football's quite there. Maybe it shows that the depth in the squad isn't quite there from them, but still an effort, from a losing position to come back and get a point is something to be pleased from their point of view. Portsmouth fans, let me know what you think about the game. Let me know what you thought about Oxford's time wasting in the second half. We've been accusing other teams all season of time wasting. It was our first chance to really do it. Didn't do it that successfully, I didn't think. But let me know what your thoughts are on the game and your thoughts on Cowley and your thoughts on the season. They're both quite unlikable people to opposition fans, I think, Karl Robinson and Danny Cowley. I don't know what he really irritated me on the sidelines today. And Oxford fans, obviously, let me know your thoughts. We move on to Bolton. I won't be reviewing it. I'm going to be away, unfortunately, but I will be back to do a review of the Fleetwood Town game. And obviously, if there is any breaking news around Oxford United, I will be there for that too. So enjoy it for what it was. It's a point. We didn't expect it. And we will move on to the next game. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and like and all that jazz. I'll see you soon.